What's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. China has issued a warning banning vessels from entering the waters near the north of Taiwan. It has also implemented a no-fly zone in the area. The move comes as Taiwan is conducting its first civil defense drill of the year in the central city of Taichung. Jaime Okan reports.
Taiwan is rehearsing its wartime preparations. For the next 6 weeks, the annual civil defense drills will help cities and counties across Taiwan assess how to respond to emergencies. They begin in the central city of Taichung.
今年的民安演习有一个特别不一样的地方是，我们把战争当作演习的项目。
This year's drills come at a time of heightened cross-strait tensions. On Monday, China wrapped up 3 days of military exercises around Taiwan. Those were in response to a meeting between Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen and U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy in California. China views Taiwan as part of its territory, to be taken by force if necessary, and it gets angry over any perceived recognition of Taiwanese sovereignty. Now Beijing has declared a no-fly zone just 85 nautical miles away from northern Taiwan starting on Sunday. Beijing says it will conduct unspecified aerospace activities in the area. The no-fly zone was originally supposed to last 3 days, but Taiwan says its transport ministry protested the move and managed to change the duration to just 27 minutes. The no-fly zone falling soon after large-scale military drills is seen as a calculated move by Beijing.
我认为说，就是让台湾可以知道，可以怎么样在面对两岸事情上面，很多时候可以用智取，不一定要用这个硬道理去跟对方去argue。我觉得在这里面是可以看得到的。
Even if it's just half an hour, the no-fly zone will affect 33 flights on one of the world's busiest aviation corridors. And on Thursday, China announced a ban on ships entering the area of the no-fly zone for 6 hours. In Taiwan's largest international airport, some travelers feel uneasy about China's actions.
Actually, right now, it's all about the war between China and Taiwan. Actually, we're kind of nervous, but at the same time, a little just so-so. Maybe because we believe that Taiwan can fight back, or like something like China can have sympathy to us because we have a big population here in Taiwan.
The recent drills and upcoming no-fly zone are more examples of Chinese military intimidation towards Taipei. But Taiwan is far from defenseless. The civil defense exercises are just one way the nation is preparing for whatever lies ahead. Andy Strait and Jaime Okan for TaiwanPlus.
Germany's foreign minister arrived in China on Thursday for a 3-day stay visit, but Annalena Baerbock's trip has been overshadowed by a bombshell interview with Emmanuel Macron. Now the French president has clarified his position on Taiwan, but he has stood by his call for Europe to become less dependent on the United States. Stesh Butler reports.
French President Emmanuel Macron steps ashore in Amsterdam alongside the Dutch Prime Minister. It's plain sailing in the Netherlands, but Macron has been making waves. The French president has just come back from Beijing, and in a controversial interview with a French daily, he suggested Europe should stop following the United States' lead when it comes to China and Taiwan. After discussing the risk of China attacking Taiwan, Macron said the trap for Europe would be that it's caught in a disruption of the world and crises which would not be ours. Days later, in the Netherlands, he was asked to clarify those words.
La France est pour le statu quo à Taïwan. La France soutient la politique d'une seule Chine et la recherche d'un règlement pacifique de la situation. C'est d'ailleurs la position des Européens.
But he also restated his call for the European Union to become less tied to US policy.
Mais c'est justement là que j'insiste sur l'importance de l'autonomie stratégique. Être allié ne signifie pas être vassal. C'est pas parce qu'on est allié, qu'on fait des choses ensemble, qu'on décide de faire, qu'on n'a plus le droit de penser tout seul.
The White House has smoothed over any talk of a rift.
I mean, there's a lot of terrific bilateral cooperation just alone between the United States and France. We're focused on that.
But for the EU, the fallout rolls on. Germany's Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock is travelling to Beijing for a 3-day visit, where she intends to echo the US call for stability around Taiwan.
The language she will use will be much more assertive. And also, she will definitely point towards the contentious issues, such as, firstly and most importantly, Taiwan.
The German diplomat is one of a flood of foreign leaders visiting a post-COVID China, arriving as the Chinese military finishes war games near Taiwan. Like the US, Baerbock says she'll present a united European front against the exercises. While back home, Macron calls for autonomy from DC. Eason Chen and Stash Butler for TaiwanPlus.
President Tsai Ing-wen has met a delegation from the Marshall Islands, one of Taiwan's diplomatic allies, led by the country's foreign minister, Kilang Kabua.
我也要借这个机会特别感谢科布亚部长跟马绍尔群岛政府持续的支持台湾的国际参与，包括在联合国大会、世界卫生大会等国际场域为台湾发声，也成功的唤起国际社会的关注。
During the group's visit, Kabua will meet Taiwan's Foreign Minister Joseph Wu. She will also visit Taiwan's Council of Indigenous Peoples and the Foundation for Women's Rights Promotion and Development. Taiwan and the Marshall Islands are expected to sign 2 agreements on diplomatic exchanges and climate change. The Marshall Islands is one of 13 countries that have official ties with Taiwan going back to 1998. It's Taiwan Week, an annual arts festival that brings productions focused on Taiwan to the stage. One dance troupe is preparing to revive one of its most popular pieces for the occasion. Zhang Mentris reports.
Slowly and methodically, a dancer puts on an elaborate headdress. There are over 200 pleats in this single costume piece, and it has to be placed just so. It's one of many small details in Song of Pensive Beholding. This modern dance epic is returning to the stage at this year's Taiwan Week Arts Festival. It's an acclaimed piece that's toured the world under the direction of its creator, Taiwanese choreographer Lin Li-zhen. It's inspired by eagles that Lin saw soaring near her hometown and is imbued with elements of Taiwan's nature. But while there are characters and scenes in this piece, don't look for a story or plot. Instead, Lin says, viewers should enjoy it for its aesthetic quality.
我感觉剧场它有一个抽象的空间，它有很多的想象力、跟情感还有美感在那个空间里面发生。那有时候这种发生不是用故事，故事会把很多事，就是整个空间变实了。 它应该是一个像河流一样。
Song of Pensive Beholding is part 3 of a trilogy. It premiered in 2009 and has been performed on and off since then. The piece borrows props and designs from several Asian cultures. It combines these with examples of the bounty of Taiwan's land, like the seeds of plants and the stalks of rice that are used as props. But the choreographer believes art has no nationality. She is even hesitant to describe the work as a creation.
这是一个生命的延续，可是它有风景，它随着风景一直在转变，一直在转变。你看着那个风景在转变，就跟着我们人，跟着大自然，跟着宇宙，所以我们分不开。
This isn't a piece that can be nailed down or classified. The choreographer says it's up to audiences to decide what it means to them.
我感觉那个安静，跟空无一物，就是整个舞台都没有东西，就像宇宙一样，好像都没有东西。可是当那个光下去的时候，你看见了那种喜悦。
But with final rehearsals done and Taiwan Week well underway, the cast says it's ready to give this revival performance its all. Patrick Chen and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of king gali, traditional dumplings from Georgia, usually filled with a mix of meat, herbs, and spices. I'm Ethan Liu. Take care, and I'll see you next time.